everyone, this is Talk for Glory, episode 126. We aren't even 24 hours fully removed off of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion, and yet here's Talk for Glory, giving you fast content from predictions to review on a very surprising night. Some say surprising, some say obvious, some say predictable. But Talk for Glory, we're always here to give you our review, our thoughts, our opinions. But before any of that can happen, introductions will always be a must. I'm Nigga before. This is episode 126, and this is Talk for Glory's New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion 2022 review. So, like my predictions, I actually will be speed running again until I get to, I would say, what caught my eye and what didn't catch my eye. One moment, guys. Okay, I'm back. And sorry about that, but time to get into Dominion. So the card order will be no different than what we saw for the predictions video. So to open this up will be the six-man tag match of Tenzin, the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. For how long? I'm going to say not so much longer. Versus the United Empire members of Aaron Henare, TJP, and Akira Francesco. And if I didn't say already, the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions, Ryusuke Taguchi and Wato. Again, speed running, so I'll be brief about this. But I'll say this: I don't watch anything outside of like New Japan when it comes to like Japanese wrestling. So I don't watch Pro Wrestling Noah. I don't watch All Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't watch that. But apparently, Tenzin's tag team partner Kojima won the GHC World Championship, or it was another company, but congrats to Kojima, Tenzin, my man. I don't know what you're doing here when your partner's doing better. And Wato and Ryusuke Taguchi, it looks like they're just enjoying their final moments as junior tag team champions. And you know what? Everyone gets to enjoy their final moments. Honestly, I really think that this run benefits more Taguchi, less so Wato, just because it's Taguchi, man. A junior heavyweight legend. The coach, Ryusuke Taguchi, is the baseball coach of a little league team that is known as the junior division. That's all Ryusuke Taguchi is. Now, as for the United Empire, Aaron Henare, my man, you need to get that Never Gold. You need to get New Japan Strong Gold. I see big things for Aaron Henare. This six-man probably was the first step. You know, Francesco, Fireball, Akira, TJP. These guys, without a doubt, next junior tag team champions. How long will that run be? Whenever the United Empire gets tired of it. So, was really glad to see that they get the W in this. And now I'm just looking forward to the eventual junior tag title match. Time for the next match. LIJ versus Bullet Club. Every time Bushi shows up on my screen, I feel absolute pity because give Bushi something to do. Like, if the junior division gets a third title, I want Bushi to win that thing. Or at least have Bushi win Never Six Man with Okada and Shingo or something. Like, Bushi deserves to be able to be relevant. Well, he is relevant because, guys, if you have not looked up New Japan Pro Wrestling star Bushi and his amazing mask, you're missing out. Naito, honestly, Dominion and Naito just don't mix well for me because if it's not a title match, Naito feels like he's just half-assing the show. Like he just woke up out of bed and he's just here to do his thing and then he's trying to go back in bed. Hiromu, you 4-time junior, Best of Super Juniors winner, just go face Ishimori, man. Like, guys, I don't mean to sound passive-aggressive when it comes to LIJ. I like all these guys. But Dominion does not mix with LIJ for me. Now, I'll be frank, guys. So when I was watching Dominion last night, my New Japan World account decided to freeze a lot. And from what I remember, this match was around like 8 minutes long. So some of my favorite spots, it will always be like Taiji Ishimori just dominating while he is a very good junior heavyweight. Hiromu basically asserting his dominance in a way where it made Ishimori think, I may be the champion, but I'm not the face. You are. And I need to beat you. Every time Taiji Ishimori and Hiromu get in the ring, it gives me a sense of, is Hiromu really the face of the junior division? Or are there multiple faces? Is there a Mount Rushmore of the junior division? Is it Hiromu, Ishimori, Desperado, ELP? Speaking of which, also, guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to skip Ace Austin. He didn't click for me. Did not click for me at all. Nothing he did made me go, wow, he's so good. He was good. I'll give him that. He was good. But nothing made me stand up or like made me want to Google him. He was a junior heavyweight. Not bad. But I'm just saying, guys, whenever I speak about Ace Austin or whenever Young Smooth speaks about Ace Austin, it might not sound like we are giving this man his flowers. Now, speaking of junior heavyweights, ELP. I didn't think I would want this, but I'm actually very curious for the idea of ELP versus Naito. The idea of El Phantasmo versus Tetsuya Naito, it doesn't have to be for any title. I feel like if we ever got El Phantasmo versus Naito, it should be El Phantasmo's welcome to the heavyweight division kind of match. I understand, like, to me, Naito is a Mount Rushmore of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's a huge star. And do I think El Phantasmo should be in the same ring as Naito in a one-on-one match? Let's see how the rest of 2022 goes. I'll give you my ideas, my feelings on heavyweight ELP by December, probably. One moment, guys. Okay, I'm back. And, I see I have 3 viewers. Hey, guys, what's up? If you guys have commented anything, I'll be reading that more closely to the main event. So thank you for the 3 viewers right now. Feel free to comment anything. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, so El Phantasmo kind of sparked my interest of him being a heavyweight. And I didn't think we would be getting a junior heavyweight busting out of the junior division into the heavyweight division since Will Ospreay in, I want to say, 2020. So a little too soon. I had assumed that maybe the next time a moment like that would happen would be like 2025 or 2027. But, ELP thinking he's able to step into a heavyweight division, a heavyweight division like atmosphere with the G1. And I would love to see ELP versus Naito just to see if ELP can really hang with the heavyweights. All right, on to the next match. It is for the KOPW 2022 trophy, the Dragon Shingo Takagi versus our Holy Emperor Taichi. So I had no idea what the purpose of, not the purpose, what the stipulation was of this match until I remembered that Taichi pinned Shingo in such a fashion that Taichi made the ref count to six or seven, and that sparked this where it was now who can get like the most pinfalls or near falls. And I know some people are thinking, oh, an Iron Man match. No. Not an Iron Man match. There was a 15-minute timer or 20-minute timer where these guys calculated how close their pinfalls were. So, to put it short, they didn't just end it at a 3. So you could have gone, as Big E would have once done, you could have counted to 5. That's how this match was. It was to see who can get the most pinfalls on each other. And Shingo Takagi gets the win. His final pinfall is by a roll-up, which I thought that would be more Taichi's ballpark, where the final score is 9, where this final score is, I believe it's 10-11. And I just want to say that Taichi, outside of my dream of you walking down the Tokyo Dome for or defending a championship with all of Cosmic Angels walking you down that ramp, I would love to see Taichi win a New Japan Cup. Just these past 3 years, Taichi has made me more and more of a believer as the years go by. At first, I just assumed, oh, you know what? He's just a tag team guy. He's just someone to fill up a spot on World Tag League. And then Dangerous Techers became a thing with him and Zach, and that was amazing. And then I forgot, oh wait, Taichi's a good singles competitor as well. So congratulations, Shingo Takagi, on that win. I hope there's better things coming for the KOPW trophy. Shingo says he wants to make it bigger. I don't know if he means like he wants it to be a championship, which King of Pro Wrestling Championship doesn't sound bad, actually. Tell me what you guys think of the KOPW trophy and the idea of a KOPW championship, like a belt. Maybe it can be a new replacement for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Will it be as prestigious? No, but I think the United States currently holds that slot. Then is never, and then if it becomes a championship, maybe we can also add KOPW. Speaking of championship matches, we're going to keep the ball rolling here. The next match on this match card was Suzuki-gun versus House of Torture, former IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions, and one member is a former Junior Heavyweight Champion. El Desperado and Kanemaru teaming with Zen SJ. You know him, you love him. The man I believe is better than Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr. versus, and I don't care how many times I say this. Sorry, guys. I always gotta take a moment, just let it register in my head that this guy is quote unquote in Bullet Club or doing his own thing. Boring Evil, Hot Topic Show, and Pimpin' Yujiro. Where Yujiro's only W is being a pimp. So House of Torture wins this match, but I just gotta say, the technical wrestling done by Zack, the limb targeting done by El Desperado, and just the expertise of Kanemaru was perfect to me. But, and I'll say this, I say this for a lot of matches, not actually a lot. I say this for a couple matches that that cut it close. House of Torture won by the skin of their teeth. They didn't win, they survived. They survived that six-man tag match with the never six-man tag titles. Do I see them losing before Wrestle Kingdom? Absolutely. As to who, if you ask me who I would love to see win the never six-man tag titles, I would actually love to see Tama Tonga Tongaloa, Master Heater, Jado win the never six-man tag titles. It doesn't complete, but it also tears apart the quote unquote Bullet Club success. If you guys think yourself, if you guys think to yourself, House of Torture is still in Bullet Club, let me know. I don't classify them as they're in Bullet Club. I feel like it's their own thing, like with the Elite. Goddamn, one sec, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that long wait. But back to what I was saying about this never six-man tag match and who I think should beat House of Torture. God and Master Heater, without a doubt. And again, I'm going to continue with the matches, but feel free, guys, to let me know if you think House of Torture classifies as Bullet Club. I like to tell people that just because you put your name in the Bullet Club logo doesn't mean you're in the Bullet Club. Sorry, guys. I just drew a blank on what I was about to say. But so for me, if you create a sub faction within a faction, you are no longer a part of that faction. You have done your own thing. Like, perfect example I like using is the Elite. Now I know there's a lot of people that say the Elite were in Bullet Club and all that stuff. Me personally, keyword guys, me, and there may be four. I personally believe once being the Elite showed up, I mean, once being the Elite became a thing, once a bunch of ROH people, started joining, like Adam Cole, Hangman Page, Kazarian for like 5 seconds, it just did not feel like it was Bullet Club. When I think of Bullet Club, I'm very nostalgic. I'll admit, I think of Prince Devitt. I think of AJ Styles. When people saw Marty Scurll join the Bullet Club, they lost their minds. Taiji Ishimori joins, a couple shocks, a couple oh my gods. So it just gave off two different feelings where I was 1,000% a lot more comfortable saying the Elite and less so Bullet Club. But that's House of Torture for me. Like, House of Torture is its own thing. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means that I have enough. I just have like enough in my head to think these are two separate things. But anyways, congratulations, House of Torture, on your retaining. And I've spent a little too much time on this match. It's time to talk about the match that I like to call a gateway to the Forbidden Door match. It is to advance to see who faces Jon Moxley for the interim AEW World Heavyweight Championship. It is the quote-unquote never good enough Hiroki Goto versus the ace of the universe, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And I believe they said this on commentary, but Hiroki Goto and Hiroshi Tanahashi haven't fought in 10 years outside of like G1s and stuff. So just to have a match for the hell of it, this is the first time in 10 years. Whenever I watch Goto versus Tanahashi in like G1 or a New Japan Cup, I don't think about it as Tanahashi versus Goto, the Ace versus the Samurai. I don't think about it like that. I think about it, it's a New Japan Cup match. It's a G1 match. That's just how I see it. When I saw it in this light, when I saw it through this lens, I saw Hiroki Goto versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Someone wanting to go to America, someone wanting to knock and kick open that forbidden door, someone that wanted to go be AEW World Champion, interim World Champion. And unfortunately, Goto couldn't go to AEW. But congratulations to Hiroshi Tanahashi on capturing and not fulfilling and confirming the match that we've been waiting for. It is the Death Rider. It is Jon Moxley versus the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, at Forbidden Door. So Goto, although you couldn't get the win, thank you for being a stepping stone for Tanahashi. All right, in time for the next match. It is Bullet Club versus the United Empire. It is the challengers representing the United Empire, Great-O-Khan, and the Imperial Unit, Jeff Cobb versus Bullet Club's Rogue General and Bullet Club's Crown Jewel, Bad Luck Fale, and Chase Owens, the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Honestly, I'm not saying this was a bad match, but this wasn't a match I wasn't expecting anything of. Like, nothing new. Chase Owens was easily going to get launched because he was like the lightest guy here. I will say that I did like that out of the two, Jeff Cobb is the one more willing to look like he's struggling and less so Great Okan. And although by the end of this match, Jeff Cobb gives the tour of the islands to Chase Owens, I would have loved to see the biggest tour of the islands given to Bad Luck Fale. Just think about it, guys. Tour of the islands to the Rogue General, to Bad Luck Fale. Congratulations to the new IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Great Okan and Jeff Cobb. Now, after the match, Rocky Romero decided, I'm going to go to Japan and I'm going to fight the United Empire. Apparently, there's still some beef going on between Roppongi Vice. For you guys that don't know what that is Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. And I guess FTR has some beef with the United Empire. The way I see it right now, it is the IWGP Tag Team Champions, the ROH Tag Team Champions, the AAA Tag Team Champions. That's 3 championships, 3 tag teams, 1 show. You guys decide what you want with that. Next is the Battle of the Gun Stuns, the Battle of the Magic Killers, Master versus Student. It is defending never Openweight champion, the good bad guy, Tama Tonga, versus returning to New Japan Pro Wrestling, Machine Gun. I wish I can play the Machine Gun audio. Carl Anderson for the never Openweight championship. And honestly, I didn't think that this match would have me feel a certain way. And what I mean by feel a certain way, I mean this shouldn't be a Dominion show. I honestly would have been fine if this was the opener to Wrestle Kingdom. If we were given Tama Tonga winning the Never Championship between now and, like, let's say King of Pro Wrestling, I would have been perfectly fine with this. Or even, I'll even go a step further. I would have had it so God wins World Tag League, beats, let's say, Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale, because Tama Tonga just wants to, now destroy Bullet Club piece by piece in my eyes. And so how I would see it would be Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, win World Tag League, then beat Fale and Chase. And then the Good Brothers would come out. And then, honestly, I would want to see Caro lay out the challenge. Give Tama Tonga an ultimatum. God versus Good Brothers for the tag titles, or Master versus Student for the Never title, Night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom. Now, I hope Wrestle Kingdom isn't 2 nights. It's not that I can't handle it. It's just that when it's 1 night, it feels a lot more impactful. But yeah, that's what I thought about this match. This match was really good. It shows how much Tama Tonga has mirrored after Carl Anderson. It shows how much of a difference Tama Tonga is from Carl Anderson. And it also shows Carl Anderson, hey, I'm not that guy from 2013, 14, 15. I'm not in your shadow. I'm my own guy. I'm the good bad guy, Tama Tonga, 7-time IWGP World Tag Team Champion, former ROH Tag Team Champion, former World Tag League winner. Like there's so many things that Tama Tonga has gone through in the time span of when Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows left New Japan to go to the WWE, to go to Impact Wrestling. And I don't know. It was a good match, but I'm giving a compliment. Carl Anderson versus Tama Tonga, the story deserves the final chapter to be at Wrestle Kingdom. You guys let me know what you think about that. I'll say this. It is horrible that Carl Anderson beats Tama Tonga off of a distraction and then a gun stun. I wanted to see at least 2 gun stuns from both parties. And maybe a super gun stun. Maybe Carl has to hit a top rope gun stun. I would have been fine if it ended like that, but the way it did, I was not a fan of it at all. But I must give flowers. I must give props. I must give credit to where it's due. Congratulations, Machine Gun Carl Anderson, on winning your first singles championship gold, the never Openweight championship. But since we're on the topic of singles gold, the singles gold talk continues with the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship between Sanada versus Will Ospreay. So I know that it was supposed to be a triple threat match, but Rock Hard Juice Robinson couldn't make it due to medical reasonings, so he got stripped of the championship. But I did not notice this until after the bell had rung. Where's the U.S. title? And I've seen a lot of people say that Juice Robinson is pulling a Brock Lesnar. This is nowhere near pulling a Brock Lesnar. Will I say that New Japan should have had the IWGP United States Championship within their possession by the time the match had started? Absolutely. But I do not call Juice Robinson a Brock Lesnar because they don't have the belt on them. But as for this match, Cold Skull Sanada, I am sorry that you are going to have to wait another couple years before your first singles gold. Do I think it was too soon? No, actually. I actually want to say that Sanada's first New Japan singles gold should have been the Intercontinental. And if not the Intercontinental, it should have been the Never title. Maybe instead of Tama Tonga, it should have been Sanada at a Wrestle Kingdom. I like the fact that Sanada is basically trying to create his own name ever since Evil had joined Bullet Club. But it feels like he stumbles every once in a blue moon. And for me, what ruined Sanada in my eyes was his constant matches with Okada. Those did not help anyone. Those didn't even help Okada. And he was the champion. As for in this match, some of my favorite spots in this match were definitely Will Ospreay's corkscrew moonsault, where you hear the commentators, and I see some tweets throughout the show. For you guys that don't know, I actually did watch Dominion, like the majority of it live. I see on Twitter everyone's just like, Jesus, and Will just had I think it was like kidney surgery. And everyone's just so impressed by Will Ospreay. And for people that are impressed by Will Ospreay, yes, he is more than just, the flippy guy. He's more than just his match with Ricochet. I'm sorry, guys, but if you ever talk to myself or Young Smooth about Will Ospreay, one rule: don't talk about a Ricochet match. Talk about a 2020 to 2022 match. Another thing I'll say, myself and Young Smooth, because we saw a lot of interesting backlash from, I guess, wrestling fans, AEW fans, New Japan fans, whatever. The people that don't like Will Ospreay and saw him in AEW that said he flips too much. Will Ospreay flips around a solid 3 times in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes. Myself and Young Smooth were talking about it. We were discussing it. And 10 minutes. I remember I texted Young Smooth. Will's only flipped 3 times. And right as I text that, 30 seconds later, the ring announcer says 10 minutes have passed. So, guys, for the people that talk about Will Ospreay within the light of his match with Ricochet, that's not him anymore. Say hello to yours, mine, our Commonwealth Kingpin, and also not only just our British heavyweight champion, our new IWGP United States champion. Now, before I get into the main event, I want to thank you guys that watched this. I understand it's late and Dominion is still fresh in everyone's mind, so everyone's letting it register. But there's... Actually, wait. First, I want to thank you guys. I understand that Young Smooth isn't here and everything. Don't worry. Again, like I always say, Young Smooth is not a one-person deal. It is 2 people that just enjoy wrestling. And for the people that even tell me on my TikTok that they enjoyed the Talk Glory logo, that was Young Smooth's idea. But aside from all this mentioning, if I'm going to mention myself and I'm going to mention Young Smooth, I think it's best to mention where it's best to reach us. So if you guys don't already, you guys can follow myself on Enigma_V4_ on my Twitter. You guys can follow Young Smooth at YoungSmoothTFG on his Twitter. You can follow myself on my Discord and my Instagram by just typing up Enigma V4. And again, guys, join the Discord. If you guys haven't already, I don't know what wrestling I'm missing out on. I don't know what topics are hot. I don't know what takes are hot. I don't know what your opinion is. For all I know, I've said something you don't like, and I want to know what it was, and I want to know what's your opinion. Because, guys, we don't gatekeep, we don't shun, we don't judge, any of that stuff. I have been exposed to new wrestling since, I want to say, late 2021. And that's to making some great friends on Instagram. That's to making friends because of Talk for Glory. So if you guys want to be a part of making friends, making memories, and just being a part of Talk for Glory, even if you're not a part of the camera, be a part of the Discord. And now, time for the main event. Also, you guys haven't already, drop a like, drop a sub, drop some comments too. I would love to hear you guys. Actually, perfect timing to say that word. Time for the main event. It is the Rainmaker, defending champion of the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, Kazuchika Okada versus King Switch, the number 1 asset of all the professional wrestling, the catalyst of the Forbidden Door, the man that single-handedly sold out Madison Square Garden. He is the last rock and roller. He holds a 3-1 record over the Rainmaker, Jay White. So, I'm going to go by the match. Jay White does excellent limb targeting, just going after Okada's ribs, having it so Okada's just having a hard time wrestling, because most of his hard work comes from his explosiveness. You can't be explosive when you're having a hard time breathing. To see Jay White, for the most part, do this on his own without Goto was also another thing. And I understand there were a couple spots where Goto did interfere, but most of it was primarily Jay. And it's crazy to think, it's funny to even think that around last year, 2021, there were a lot of talks of Jay White's going to WWE. There was a lot of talks of Jay's going to AEW. But here he is in the main event of Dominion. Sorry guys. Just so many things about Jay White. I've even heard some people say that he's the worst leader of Bullet Club. But Jay White does what he does best. And in case you guys have forgotten, in case you guys aren't paying attention, Jay White does hold a solid record against the likes of Kenny Omega, Tetsuya Naito.
I don't know that one.
Whoops. Sorry, guys. That was my Siri. Right. Be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know what I said to turn it on. But back to what I was saying about Tetsuya Naito, Kenny Omega, Okada, Tanahashi, Will Ospreay. These are what I like to call the Mount Rushmores of New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Jay White has a solid winning record against a lot of these guys. I've said that Jay White is better than Kenny Omega because a lot of people will talk about, oh, Kenny's matches with Okada. Do you guys know what the score is between Okada and Kenny Omega? There's three people that watch this. So in case you guys don't know what the score is between the Rainmaker and the Best Bout Machine, the Cleaner, Kenny Omega, it's 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. And then we have a tiebreaker. For you guys that don't know the full story, Okada beats Kenny at Wrestle Kingdom. They have a time limit draw, I believe, at Dominion. Kenny beats Okada in the G1. And the next year, Kenny beats Okada in a 2 out of 3 falls. Now, I didn't want to do this till the end of the podcast or until the end of this match. But does anyone want to know what the score between Jay White and Kazuchika Okada is? Don't worry, guys. It's okay. It's not 1-0. It's not 2-0. It's not 3-0. It's 4. It's 4-1. It is 4-1. It is Switchblade 4, Rainmaker 1. And one thing I believe about victories is that if you only have one victory over a person, it is absolute luck. Jay White is mine, new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, the first ever man to hold the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, the IWGP United States Championship, the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, the never Openweight Championship. He is the first and real Grand Slam winner. So again, guys, Switchblade 4, Rainmaker 1. What a record, right? What a record. And Cash Money, I know. Actually, you know what? Let me feel free to read the comments right now. Put some respect on Master Wato. Hell no. House of Torture feels like it's by itself. I agree. Okada needs a rematch. Why? It's 4-1. It is 4-1. And Maria, thank you so much for showing up on Talk for Glory yesterday in our comment section. You know, I hope you watch this eventually. Whenever you do decide to watch this, feel free to comment your feelings on Okada, as I again have to remind everyone that watches this. Rainmaker 1, King Switch 4. And now with Jay White with the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, what, is he just going to go face Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole? I got no problem with that. What's to happen at the Forbidden Door? I'm looking forward to everything after Jay White had won. For anyone that has me on any of the social medias, you guys know that I talk a lot about most of the wrestling I have seen, and my curiosity just goes through the roof every single time something new in the wrestling world happens. And you know what? I'll say it. I hope Jay White beats Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole, and then Kenny Omega returns. Similar to Jay White appearing in Impact Wrestling, I want to see Jay White and Kenny Omega have a stare down. And that's it. We just end the show right there. That's the Forbidden Door. The Forbidden Door has endless possibilities. So I'll say this one last time. Congratulations to Switchblade Jay White on winning the IWGP Heavyweight World Heavyweight Championship. And for anyone, Cash Money, always appreciate you being here. Sorry, guys. You're always appreciated being here. I know I have 4 viewers here. It's fine that you guys don't talk. You guys are viewing. Maybe you'll have different opinions later. But thank you, everyone, for watching. Again, if you guys are looking to have a conversation with myself or Young Smooth, you can follow us at Young Smooth TFG. I mean, you guys can follow Young Smooth at Young Smooth TFG. Myself at Enigma_V4_. Or you can join our Discord. Have a conversation with us, guys. We're open to all wrestling. That doesn't mean we're going to talk about all wrestling. It means we're open to a discussion about all wrestling. I, for one, actually like saying, I don't know what that is. And I heavily enforce that. You say you don't know what you're talking about, or you don't watch whatever when it comes to Forbidden Door. But this is a closeout, not a rant. Again, guys, you guys can follow myself on my Instagram. I post a lot on my Instagram. And you guys like my posts. You guys DM me. You guys have conversations with me. Join the Discord. Let's make a bigger community, more than the rest of the community already is. Then as for my TikToks, all I'm going to do is be, promoting Talk for Glory, talking about how much I like wrestling, talk about what wrestling I like, and saying some controversial things. But everyone, have a great night. Stay safe. Drop a like, drop a sub. Tell your friends about this. Tell your family about this. Have an argument with your friends over, should Okada have lost to Jay White? Hell, you guys can tell them that, hey, go watch Talk for Glory. There's this guy named Enigma before that will remind you what's the score between Jay White and Okada. That there's a guy that thinks Zack Sabre Jr. is better than Bryan Danielson. Tell them that if you want to relate to someone heavily, you guys got to hear Young Smooth. It's either you're going to agree with him or disagree with him, and you just have a fun topic. But remember, guys, stay safe. Drop a like. Drop a sub. Watch wrestling, whatever you like. And most of all, have a great day or night.